ॐ सच्चिद्रूपाय विद्महे श्रीदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो साई प्रचोदयात्। ॐ सच्चिद्रूपाय विद्महे श्रीदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो साई प्रचोदयात्। ॐ सच्चिद्रूपाय विद्महे श्रीदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो साई प्रचोदयात्। शांति शांति शांति।
Long, long ago, in the small village of Shirdi, a young boy of 16 was seen meditating under a neem tree. The villagers were puzzled to see such a young boy dressed as a fakir and said, "What is this young boy atoning for?" They flocked to the tree and were struck by the boy's pious nature. Impressed by his devotion, they accepted him into their community. They did not know where this boy came from or when he was born. They did not even know what religion he belonged to, but he was accepted as a divine being. Around 1854, he left Shirdi. One day, as he was meditating, he met a man who was searching fervently for something. That man was Chand Bhai, the chief of Dhopkere village. When Baba saw him, he said, "You look tired, Chand Bhai. What are you looking for?" Chand Bhai was surprised that Baba knew his name. He said, "Sir, I have lost my mare, and I have been searching for it since 3 days. Have you seen it?" Baba looked up and said, "Yes, there it is, grazing in the meadow." Chand Bhai was joyful when he found his mare. He thought, "This is no ordinary person." He told everyone of Baba, and the villagers flocked to see him. One day, Baba returned to Shirdi with a marriage procession. On reaching the Khandoba temple at the edge of the village, the priest looked at him and said, "Aao Sai, welcome Sai." From that day on, he was known as Sai Baba. Sai Baba stayed on at Shirdi. At first, he lived under a neem tree and begged for food. He then began staying at the mosque, which was later called Dwaraka Mai. He slept on a piece of sackcloth with a brick as his pillow. He always declared that fakiri, holy poverty, was far superior to worldly richness. He was no ordinary fakir, but an avatar, incarnation of a very high order. He was well versed in both the Vedas and the Quran and preached them to his followers. He also advocated the practices of both religions. He donned a long shirt, kafni, and tied a cloth round his head and twisted it into a flowing plait-like manner behind his left ear. He was the common man's god. He lived, slept, and ate with them. Baba did not believe in the caste system. He shared his food indiscriminately with his devotees to remove the caste superiority and orthodoxy from their minds. Baba loved children. He was always very playful in the presence of children. He used to feed the fakirs and devotees and sometimes cook for them in a small earthen pot. The food seemed to grow in quantity and none of his devotees were left hungry. He maintained the dhuni, the perpetual sacred fire, and distributed its udi, ash, as token of his divine grace to all who came to him for help. He even healed the sick with it. Baba used to freely distribute all the money that he received to the poor, sick, and needy. This was Baba's method of testing the devotees' attachment to material things and their willingness to surrender. Sai Baba had unlimited powers. He had to show some of the miracles to bring faith in his devotees. Baba's miracles are a sure sign of his divine descent. Baba was very fond of lighting lamps. He depended on the generosity of the grocers of the village for the oil to light the lamps. One day, when he asked them for oil, they refused, saying, "We don't have any oil." Unperturbed, Baba poured water into the lamps and lit them. To the surprise and dismay of the shopkeepers, the lamps kept burning the whole night. The shopkeepers were stunned by this miracle and fell at Baba's feet seeking forgiveness. Baba forgave them and said, "Remember, falsehood displeases God. Never take pleasure in others' distress." There lived a lady in Shirdi who baked 2 loaves of bread every day. One she gave Baba and the other she kept for herself. One day she was taking the bread for Baba when a dog approached her, licking its lips in hunger. She was overcome with pity and so gave the bread to the dog. She went back home to take the other loaf for Baba. This time on her way, she met a hungry pig. Again, she gave the loaf away. She felt miserable and went to Baba begging for forgiveness. To her surprise, Baba said, "Ma, you offered bread to a dog and a pig. They both reached me because I'm one with them." On 15th October 1980, our dearly beloved Baba breathed his last. His devotees mourned the loss of their beloved master. His teachings are still advocated and his spirit lives on in the heart of his devotees. It is amazing that even today, an ever-increasing number of people hear and experience the same blessed, intimate and powerful assurance. Why fear when I'm here? No harm shall befall him who sets his foot on the soil of Shirdi. He who touches the steps of my tomb, all his sorrow and suffering shall cease. Even after I cast off this body, I shall ever come running to the help of my devotees. Keep faith in me, and your prayers shall be answered. Think of me as eternally alive, experience this, and realize this truth.